Good morning, Jason. I got the sun to the back of me, so it's kind of hard to see that screen. I'm done with shutdown, so I thought I would go live on my normal Saturdays that I go live and go walk around the park. It's not real cold out, but it's cold enough where you're going to need a coat. And it is a little breezy out. Looks like they've been busy cutting trees down. And it must all come from that one over there. Well, good morning, Mambo. Good morning, show video. Good morning, Hazy Cheesy. Take my glasses off my eyes so I can read. No snow on the ground yet. They claim that we have some snow coming next week right before Christmas, but probably not much of it. And yeah, but it is quite breezy out. I don't know if you can hear that wind. But my next live stream, I had finally bought something for my channel, other than, so you don't see this all the time. But I'm not going to be opening up until Christmas, because it's actually a Christmas gift to myself, well, from my wife, but I had to order it because she didn't know what to get me. So I just left it in the box, and I'll wrap it up and open it up Christmas. And so my next live stream will be a lot better than this one here. We're going to walk over here to the pond. And if you came in the room and I didn't see you, good morning. Parts of this park over here. I'm in Fairview Park, and it is quite hilly, as you can see here. There used to be a house that sat up here, and I knew the guy who lived there, and of course, you know, I can't remember, maybe the 80s he moved out and they tore it down, but I don't think he was the caretaker of this park. He never said he was, anyway. Ha! Yeah. You'll find out on Christmas. We got a comedian in the house. So this pond coming up, they call this Dreamland Lake, and back in the early 1900s, in the winter time, when we did have very cold winters and snow and all that, this used to freeze, and they would ice skate on this pond. It looks like it's lost some water. Yeah, it's pretty safe here. other than the ducks that get you, or the geese. Of course, you got to watch out for all the poop. So we gotta kind of dance around the poop. You can tell this is where they hang out the most. Before we walk around the pond here, I'll go over here. There's a monument over here from the Civil War, and it's been here for as long, I think probably since the 1950s they erected it. I'm not quite sure when it was, and it's been here ever since I've lived in this city. Well, good morning, Prowls. Surging on. The sun's in my eyes, so I have to stare at that screen to see who's on here. So anyway, there's that monument. It's been there, God, for ever since I've been here. I've been here since I was 4 years old in this town or city. It used to be 100,000 people here, and I think we've got about half that now. The pole's new though. But yeah, here's 1861 to 1865 of the Macon County so yeah, it's pretty cool. We got little bitty cannons. Don't know if they've ever been used or just kind of made for show, but yeah, and there's a cannon over there, and then another one right there. But this place over here, this is a tennis, got a bunch of tennis courts, and they're building and stuff. And of course, you know, tennis used to be pretty popular. It's kind of losing its popularity. This used to be all kind of fenced in, but it looks like they've taken the fencing out. I haven't been up here in a very long time. There used to be, when they had tournaments over here, you'd always find tennis balls in the water. Are you guys still talking about Christmas gifts? One of them that I ordered for her for Christmas is in Hong Kong, and who knows when she'll get that, so it may not show up until next month. Yeah, it looks like the geese come up here and poop all the time. There's poop all over the place, but yeah, here's the tennis courts. This looks totally different. I used to come over here in high school. I was in tennis class during high school days, and we'd come over here and play tennis. I don't remember this thing being here, but yeah. Very windy out, and I hope the snow doesn't show up like they're saying, because I don't want to be like the East Coast. Snow's nice to look at, and I gotta watch walking on this hill because there's poop all over this hill. So there's your duckies down there. I don't know, they might come up here in the middle of the night and go to sleep. But I'll show you the structure. that they built over here on the island. I used to come over here and fish a lot when I was a young teenager. You can only be up to age 16 to fish in this pond. There's a lot of cat in here and all that stuff. So anyway, this structure that's in the middle of that island, that is well, it's falling apart. They need to come over here and fix it. But that is our transfer house. So we have a huge transfer house that used to sit in the middle of Main and Main Street, and that's where they would go, and when the bus service would all go to that transfer house, and that's where you transfer from bus to bus. And I can't remember what year it was. They moved it from Main and Main to the Central Park. So now it's just a monument. No, you're not going to get it in time for you to open it up, but you'll like it. Once you get it, you'll squeal. So, well, hello, Shower of Love Duarte. Welcome to my impromptu live stream that I haven't been doing for 2 weeks because I've been working my butt off and about cut my finger off and all that stuff. So. Hi everybody, here I got my mask just in case I need to put it on. And so yeah, it's quite chilly out here, and there's my band-aid on my finger, and my stitches come out Tuesday. So and this bridge over here, it's always been here, except for they redid it and made it a little nicer than yes, I know that. Everybody seems to be changing their channel name. I had thought about it, but I think I'm just going to keep it to where it is. I've even thought about changing my logo, but then I thought, no, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. One of these days I'm gonna get my store going and all that stuff, and yeah, a little troll bridge here. Here's another view of that island. They had actually dredged this out and filled it back in. There's usually, like way over here in the middle, there's fountains. There's 2 of them in there, and I'm really surprised they don't have them going so the water doesn't freeze. But we'll walk over this way and I'll go hit the bike trail. The thing is, even though it's a bike trail, more people walk on it than they do bike. So hello, Taylor. So if you're just joining, we're in Fairview Park, and I come to this park quite a lot. I like it better than Nelson Park. They're trying to fix Nelson Park up because I guess it's probably supposed to been the bigger park, but they took the golf course out because golfing in this town is kind of went to crap, and they closed out 2 golf courses, and of course left the crappy golf course open. A lot of people don't like the golf course that is that they left open. Got some squirrels over there playing. I get better reception at this park than I do at Nelson, because just off to the right of me is the tower. Yeah, it looks like they've been chopping trees down. Yeah, actually they said it was supposed to be cloudy today and sunny tomorrow, but it looks like it's pretty nice today. Here's one of the trees they were working on. There's one there, and then there's one right there they've been cutting on. Some of these trees, they have I got squirrels up there looking at me like, what are you doing here? They have little signs on there to tell you what kind of tree it is. Here's one way over here. We'll walk way over here and you can see what kind of tree this thing here is. They got them periodically around. So this tells you what kind of tree that this thing is. Big old massive oak tree. I imagine a lot of them around here are big massive oak trees. Yeah, I don't know what the temperature is today or at this moment. I didn't look at it. Of course I can't look now or I have to stop this live stream, but you know, if Drew beats my my donut challenge, which I'm sure he will, I'll have to do another one and try to eat 24 this time. Debbie gets mad at me when I do these challenges, but I think it's fun. I'm gonna buy one of those puzzles like he's got of the pagoda and do a live stream of me putting one together, and I'm sure I won't have a meltdown. But this bike trail, it starts way up there by the road and winds through and then goes out that direction to the west end of the park, and it actually goes clear out to Rock Springs. And I've been out to Rock Springs, I think, tried to do a live out there, but it kept screwing up. And then it goes out to the west end, and then one shoots off towards the north side of town. And I've been on every one of them, and I think it's 19 point something miles round trip doing every one of them. And I started up here at the road, and then right here is a highway, and my house is just way over that way. Just on the other side of that highway is where I live, so I'm real close to this park. And if you look right in between, let's see if I can get it in the shot better. I probably can't, but anyway, right there is the tower. So I'm real close to the tower, and that's why I come here to do my live streams, because it works out much better. Back in the I think it was the 1950s, I can't remember when they took them out. We used to have two sun bears here in this park, and I'm not quite sure where they had them at. It was probably around here somewhere, real close, and they took them out of here. Oh, I gotta hook up my new charger. It's telling me my battery's low, so bear with me when my camera's shaky there. Let's see, let's close that. I hope that didn't screw things up. So yes, the trees are naked. So yeah, I bought me I got me this thing right here so I can keep my phone charged while I do these live streams, because this application will zap my phone and it sucks. Here's another look at the Dreamland Lake from over here. I've actually did a video of this bike trail towards the beginning of my doing this YouTube channel, which actually that's what my channel was supposed to be about, was riding my bike and showing different places on my bike. There's I imagine this tree here and this tree here will probably be cut down, so they're pretty much dead. There's just a bird perch, and then you got a great big huge pine tree right there, and it's all surrounded by squirrels, so they're out looking for their food. I used to come here a lot and for birthday parties, and actually in this parking lot right here and throughout that field back in the 70s and 80s, they used to have a carnival, and the hospital used to put that on, and just like in the parking lot here is where all the rides were, and then they would have like games that they had built and in the grassy area, and food to buy and stuff like that. So I can't remember the name of that. And that's one of the pavilions up here. We'll walk up here to the big pavilion, and we'll talk about the big pavilion here. I used to come over here when I was in high school, and they would hold at the end of the year, school year, they would hold, you know, like a play date for high schoolers and stuff like that. And we used to come over here and play games and eat food and all that stuff. And then this field is doubled as a soccer and baseball field. But it's not real cold today, but it's cold enough, cold enough to have a jacket on. I imagine if you're out jogging. Actually, I have two jackets on. It's probably, Fahrenheit wise, it's probably in the 30s. So it looks like they're busy cutting down a lot of trees. This water fountain right here, this is like it's probably the only one left that was built in this park when this park started. There's this is the lone, there you go, this is the lone survivor of four fountains built. So there's, of course, it's been probably updated and stuff like that, but not too many left. Of course, you don't want to, what's going on, don't want to touch that today. So and this here is the park restroom. This is the men's side, and the other side's the women's side. But this big pavilion over here, I think they stopped it early 80s. They used to put wooden walls all the way around this thing, and they would use this as the skating rink, the ice skating rink, until they built our civic center. And okay, well, that's good to know. Of course, back in the about 30 years ago, things used to happen in parks and stuff like that, and people just don't seem like they want to. Why is this thing not charging? I gotta check my little charger thing because it's telling me that I'm not charging. This may be a shorter live stream than, because it's not charging my phone for some reason. So I may have to stop up here. I had this thing charging and I don't understand why it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So I'll come up here real quick, and anyway, you can see right here where this metal is, this is where they would put their walls all the way around this pavilion. In fact, they redid the roof, and then they would ice this floor, and that's where they would have their ice rink until they built the civic center, and now it's done at the civic center. So since for some reason it's supposed to be charging, it's blue. That's weird. I hope it's not my cord. I had to buy Debbie a new cord. Close. I don't know if it's charging or not. I hope it's charging. I had to buy Debbie a new cord, so I'm having a feeling I'm going to have to buy myself a new cord. But I'll tell you what, we'll continue this, and if the battery dies, I'm sorry. I bought this battery bank for this purpose, and yeah, it doesn't seem like it's charging it. I hope it's charging it. But yeah, here's the playground over here. It's a pretty good sized park. I didn't take you through the whole thing because I'd have to go clear over to the west end part of it where the swimming pool used to be, and they closed down the swimming pool because they built a new one out at the other park, along with water slide and all this climbing stuff, and they got the new putt-putt golf out there, and I think it's called Overlook Adventure or something like that. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they were trying to get that park going because everybody kept coming here and nobody was going out there to the lake, the park by the lake. So, but this park is much better anyway. But I'm going to leave this on the charge, and I'm hoping it's charging because I've charged it while I was running it before. I don't know why it's not doing. I hope it's charging. But I'll walk back over this way because my truck's over this way. But when my company that I work for has their company picnic, we have it here inside this pavilion. or something. Yeah, the other thing that they used to have here and they took out was right over here where you see all this crap right here. There used to be a Lincoln courthouse, and it was made out of logs, and it was supposed to be authentic, and there was too much vandalism going on. And out by the airport, and one day I'll go out there and film that, they took all the Lincoln cabins and whatever from that era and stuck it in one spot out by the airport. And they got an old, I think it's an old school or something out there and everything. So but yeah, we got a lot of tall trees in this park. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna say 80 feet. I don't know how tall they are, but they're tall. So yeah, right there. You'll walk over this way. So right there is my cell phone tower, and that right over there is a shopping center. That's where Kroger used to be, and Kroger moved out. They claimed too many people were shoplifting, and so they closed it down, which really sucks because now I got to go way out to the south or the north to Kroger to go shopping instead of just going right down the street. And this over here is a skate park they built, and they had it to where certain days you can skate and certain days you could use your bike. But I think nowadays they don't really care. It looked like they put they tried to chain it, and these kids probably broke in here and to ride it and stuff like that. So but yeah, here's your little cheap skate park that they built for the skaters. And my truck's just right there. Looks like there's a lot more trees they need to cut down over here. What I could do is get in my truck and we could drive down there to the west end of the park and check that out. I can actually plug my phone into my truck, and that way I won't lose. So we're gonna get my truck here. We'll go for a ride. I'll have to turn the music down or YouTube will ding me. Get my key in there. All right, let me get my battery bank here. We'll charge off the truck. This would be fun. So watching. There's not too much chatter going on, I see. Let me get my seat belt on here. Are we ready for a ride? You can sit in the front next time. Okay. Here we go, people. I won't be like Drew and fall off a bike or a car, so, or even hit one. And I'll try to keep this as straight as I possibly can. Ugh. I can't wait to open up that gimbal so it won't be as shaky. So this road is actually a one-way road. So that trail goes off that way, and then we'll go, and there's a bridge over this road, and it takes you kind of around. So here we go. So hopefully I won't lose a signal or anything. There's that bridge that you walk over, bike over, whatever. And this is the way to the old swimming pool. Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. Don't worry, Debbie, I'm not going to hit anybody. There's actually two trails over here, so you know, this trail runs off this way and heads that way. You can see it there, and then it goes around that direction, and then over here is the dog park. We'll look out this way. There's a doggy in there running. My windows are tinted on this side, so it's probably going to look dark. And they just built that restroom right there, so that's new. That little eating area pavilion is new right there. And then that one there is old, so that one's been there a long time. Yeah, they got it blocked off. So in the winter, I'm going to stop up here and I'm going to show you and then we'll get out. And I'm going to show you the bikini tree. So every year, actually probably more than once every year, somebody comes over here and they spray paint a new bikini on the bikini tree. All right, I'm probably gonna have to plug back into my power bank here. There we go. So we're gonna get out and walk over to the bikini tree. Now if you go up this hill right here, that will take you to the old swimming pool. And yes, I live by a train track, so I hear this racket through the valley, because we're in kind of a valley is where we live, and you can hear that train coming from miles. We got a cyclist coming. So right up there, if I go up them stairs, that's where the old swimming pool used to be. Take care, Taylor. Thanks for coming. So in a few minutes, we're gonna hit the Bikini Tree. Are you ready for it, folks? They made it all Christmassy. So right there is the Bikini Tree. I think people come in the middle of the night and spray paint this thing. It's had so many bikinis. I'm surprised. I bet you there's paint so piled up on this thing, it's not even funny. Well, hello, mamita. So here's the Bikini Tree. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? So they made it all Christmassy. Yeah, you could see layers upon layers of paint on this thing. So that's the famous Bikini Tree in my town. And I hope that the city never chops that thing down. And of course, here's the creek. Some people call it a creek. I call it a crick. Full of old trees that fell down. Sometimes when it rains really hard, this will fill up fast and overflow. Here, we'll walk up here to put my keys in my pocket here. I'll show you the old swimming pool. A lot of people will use these stairs for exercise. They'll go running up and down these stairs. And oh, here's the other. This is the other one. This will go up over a bridge and around all this field. And then it goes down that way and takes off, and then it heads out west. And that will take you to Rock Springs Center, which I have also filmed. So we'll do the stairs here. I used to come over here and swim quite a bit when I was in high school. And I come home all sunstroked because being out here in the sun and not wearing a shirt in the water, and I'm all sunburnt, and I go home and my mom get mad at me and I go right to bed. And but they had changed this one too. It's been redone because it didn't look like this when I swam here. So here we go. Anyway, all this right here was not here. They actually had this part here is new because this all used to be one great big huge pool, and then they cut this out and then kind of made this where you could just come walk in, and then of course your deepest in right here. And then that thing right there, that is That is new. Apparently it probably just showers water on kids or whatever. But yeah, I used to come over here a lot when I was a teenager and swim. And actually then dive boards used to be on this side, and they used to have one really tall, and as you can see they got rid of that, so it kind of sucks. But they had built a new one at the other park along with a really tall water slide that has not opened up yet, because as soon as they got done building it, then the pandemic started. So we're gonna, yeah, see, it's a lot of stairs. Now you can see why people come up here and they exercise by running up and down the stairs, because it will wear you out. But yeah, the trees are naked. Winter starts next week, or has already started. I think it's, I don't know, 21st I think it starts. I hope we don't have a harsh winter here this year. So, all right. So here you go. Yeah, this road here, you take that and then it goes up that way to get to the parking lot for that, and then it also goes around. I guess we could keep going. It must be charging my phone, because it hasn't bring me that thing up again telling me that my battery's low, so I must be charging. So we'll keep going since I got a signal and I got a battery. I really wish they would fix this, because it's all cracking, and you come through here and your bike's all bouncing up and down, and yeah, we got a little creek that runs through here. They never did really do anything with this area right here. This has always been like this ever since I've lived here. They do have some trails that goes up into that hilly area, but I've never walked up there and did that either. We'll get off the path here for a little bit. I can smell that pine. I love the smell of pine. It's kind of neat right there, isn't it? I love the outdoors when I'm not being attacked by bugs. But there's where that road comes around, it winds around up there, and then you turn back that way and go to the pool, and you turn right, it just takes you around all this. But this area will flood when it rains really, really hard. Now you might be able to hear that wind. Wind's kind of picking up a little bit. A little smiley face. But here's another old pavilion sitting way over there. Yeah, this whole area right here will flood bigger than you know what when it rains hard. But this continues on out. It goes way out there. And this road here is actually the back road to get to the other building, to my job that I got to travel. The 2 videos that you see me put up, I mean, driving my truck, I was heading this way to go to the other building. They just recently had a purge, and they got rid of 80 people between the 2 buildings. This thing is not charging. It's telling me my battery's low. So we're going to come up here to the little bridge, and I'll end it there. There's people in this park every day, all day long, walking and jogging and riding bikes. So we're going to come right over here to this little bridge, and since my battery bank isn't working properly, maybe I don't have it charged all the way, because it was still charging when I unplugged it to come here. So it looks like a dish got in there. Let me turn this around. Hello. Wow, the sun's in my eyes. So yeah, this is the west end of the park, and yeah, I ride my bike in here often, and me, Debbie, and the boys have come in here, and we've walked this area and so on and so forth. But I'll take you, and let me turn this camera around. So when next time my batteries are good, we'll take this trip here and we'll walk it as far as I can before the tower doesn't pick me up, and so on and so forth. So, and but yeah, they actually redid this road right here. It used to be really S-y curve, and they had to redo it because there was too many. So yeah, it's not as S-y as it used to be. I think they fixed it right up here is where they fixed it at. So, but this is the west end of town right here, and so yeah, yeah, hit that thumbs up, and my next live stream will be right after Christmas, and I will have my new gimbal, and it won't be as shaky. In fact, it's actually called a Vimble, and a Vimble is a gimbal that also acts as a selfie stick, so it extends out like my selfie stick that I'm using. So let me turn this around. So yeah, right now I just use a selfie stick, and because I thought that was going to work, but with my walking, I could tell it shakes too much. So I bought that Vimble. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, till next time, thanks for watching, and I actually am growing this back, so but you all have a great day, great night, wherever you are. Until next time, I'll catch you later. Bye everybody.